CBB Nation anthem, Gucci flow, trap beat drops, final cracker like 808 hum. Wop, Chatbot King, yeah. Sonny on the flow, Mac in the back, Ryan B with the plan. Yes, sir. May Hicks got the keys. I'm in the code like Gucci in 06. CBB Nation, yeah, we talking big bricks, big facts. Zap flows, tapping in, automation stick. Woo! AI in the trap, now watch the tokens flip. Let's go. Strict Jason in the trunk, got it locked like a safe. Click. Ryan McNally just had a little ace. Congrats. New data alert, got the fam in the race. We moving with purpose, never no waste. Zoom, Chatbot Builder, got the flows going wild. Sheesh. MCP calendars.
What's going on, CBB? Got Gucci on the track, man. Friday, Freestyle Friday. We're back in the Matrix. It's too good. Oh my gosh, guys. Suno and Udio, these AI music programs are on another level now. It's really here. If you don't think we've hit that AGI moment, y'all are crazy, and I'll get roasted for that one. It's been a minute. Who do we have? Anybody in here? What's up, Asta? What's going on, man? My man in Fiji. What's going on? And of course, we've got McNasty up in here. What is going on? I'm super pumped for this dude. You know, CBB Nation, we are different out here. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can see me, and I hope you can see this. Bam. What's going on, McNasty? Huge congratulations to the new bot dad, the bot father, the newest one. Well, congratulations to you. So cool. And it's so cool to get to know all of you, really all around the world, which was really, really fun. Who else do we have? Oh, we've got Miss Denise. What's going on? Wendy, what is up? We are going to have some fun with President Bush. And yes, we've got some things. We've got actually, this is the man of the hour right here. Luis, he is going to be rocking things for CBB Nation next month and bringing it all in. This guy has so many connections and so much knowledge. He's going to be a blast. And we've got Petey Pablo, Kim Possible. What is going on? We're going to have some fun. I promise you. I'll have to share the song I made. It has like all of your names in it. So like, I think you'll like it. Okay, cool. Charles Mack, you know, you were like it's so funny. I should pull that prompt up. Maybe I'll do that in a second. Mir was in there too. What's going on, Mir? And Dimitri, I love all you guys. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me, partying. This is how I club now. Ryan, the new dad, McNasty, welcome to the new club life, brother. He's been about that life. What is going on? Yes. Oh, we've got all sorts of fun things. We're going to talk some zippity zap, don't talk back, Zapier MCP stuff. I think you guys are going to like it. I'll make sure this music's not too loud, blowing you out, but I will have to share this song. Y'all, I think y'all will just trip. Gucci man. As always, it's Freestyle Friday, so if you have questions, comments, requests, any of that jazz, just drop it down in the comment section, and I'll definitely try to help. But we're going to get right into some things, I think, is what we should do, because we don't need to waste any time, you know? You don't have too much time to be in the club telling this to the new dad out there. We just have fun. What I'm doing here on my screen before I start sharing it is I'm going to head over to the playground, OpenAI playground, if I can log in here. And we're going to have some fun. I think we might do an outbound call. Saw that in Discord earlier. I just dropped like the whole flow. Made it on my phone real quick for the homies. All right, cool. So I'm in ChatGPT's playground. I'll start sharing my screen. I hope. Let's see if I can remember how to do this thing. Cool. So this is the playground, folks. And what we're going to do is have some fun. That's what the playground's for, right? Platform.openai.com/chat. If you've not used the playground, it did not used to look like this. This was a developer tool. It still is, but it looks so like an app now. It's so funny. Funny enough, fun story, fun fact on a Freestyle Friday. Before ChatGPT, the app that you guys all know, there was only the playground. And the reason that ChatGPT was actually a thing was because as developers back in the day, like pre-2022, I guess, they noticed that so many people were like literally just chatting inside of the playground, like developers, that they're like, holy crap, I wonder if this is a product. And hence, you've got ChatGPT Tizzle now. Fun fact. So what I'm doing in here, I'm making a new prompt, and they give you all sorts of fun little configurations and settings here. For our use case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm going to use GPT 4.1. I think that's cool. I'm going to click here and make sure I've got my tokens where I want them, or that's my temperature. Let's bump up the tokens a little bit, maybe. I think that could be okay. And what we're going to want to do is add a tool. And so they've done a very good job at showing people how to use LLMs and tools. Okay. So the tool that we're going to be looking at is an MCP server tool. And what do you know? They have some examples of like some of the bigger companies they've already partnered with. The one that we've already played with is Shopify. For Zapier, I don't know how to say it. Make fun of me if you want to. I think it's Zapier because you're making a zap, but I don't know. We're going to click on this guy and see what it says here. Connect to Zapier, just like that. And all these different applications that, you know, Zapier is famous for. They say 8,000 apps. So I guess technically, I don't know what their limit is, but however many connections that you have already in something like Zapier will immediately be connected all in one. So it's kind of a cool concept. If you don't know where to get a key, they have this little link here. Get a key, just like that, son. So I've already made one to test things, but it's very, very easy. You click here to make a new server. Hopefully this doesn't expose any keys. This is your connect here. Yes, this doesn't. So you click connect, and it's going to make sure that you're not spending Zapier's tokens. You're spending your own tokens. So you are going to need an API key from OpenAI to make this work with Zapier MCP. But I'm going to know this is where my key goes, okay? Your OpenAI key. This is the only thing you really need to be concerned with here. There's two things, really. This is the URL that you're going to use instead of CBB, so remember that. But this is the API key that you need. It says it right here. This is your API key for this MCP server. So you're going to copy that, and then you can run back over here and paste. Just like that. Real click connect, and it should establish the connection. And so this is going to show you all of the tools that are enabled. And so currently I've got Gmail, and I've got the Google Calendar here. So I can click add. So this is actually like ready to go, and I could like start like trying to chat with it. So let's look at this real quick here. Let's see. Just so you can see how you can do it yourself. Configure, add a tool. So if I want to connect to another deal, so let's look at this. Let's look at I've not tried this. So let's try Google Docs. And so this gives you an option to add all of the tools at once. I ain't scared, so I'll do it. You can choose your account. This, I don't know what that is. Let's connect a new account, maybe. All right, so I'll connect with my email here. Connect. Cool. All right, so there's me. Add all the Google Doc tools. Do it. Run it. Great. So now I've got all these different tools along with Google Docs, which is kind of cool. It looks like, right? So in order for this to work, I think I might need to actually re-establish the connection, because it's not going to show up here, right? It's going to be, boom, look at that, y'all. So it found the additional permissions that I needed. Update. All right, cool. So we just added a new tool to the Zapier MCP server that we've connected here in the playground. So now I'm not going to use a system prompt here or anything like that. I'm just going to try to run it. So let's click save. Or actually, we can actually just chat, I think. Let's see. Okay, this is your chat here. I'm so used to doing things on my phone, it doesn't even look like normal on the big screen. So what I'll do, let's make a Google document. I think I'm going to pull that up on my screen here. And I think what I'll try to do is like send like a message to the document. Let's see if we can do that. Docs here. And I'll see if you guys have like a suggestion on what to try. But I'm going to make a new document here. Let's call this live. Oops. Let's do live MCP test. All right, cool. Now let's see if there's actually a deal here. So append text to document. That looks like exactly what we want. So it's live MCP test. That's the name of the thing. I think it should work. Let's just try it. Let's say, hey there, how you doing? And the first message I'm just sending because I'm showing you like what a non-MCP triggered answer is going to look like. So we're getting the assistant here. For some reason, it listed the tools, but or it was it kind of like saw that, okay, we can make a tool request, but it didn't say anything about it. So it's just saying, hey, what's up? So now I'm going to be like, I need you to write the following sentence on our Google Doc called live MCP test. And the sentence should say, CBB Nation is the best. Let's add our little extra B in there. I need you to write the following sentence on our Google Doc. Let's see if it works. We'll click send it. Send that thing. Look at that. So look, find a document named live MCP test in your Google Drive. It's looking for a drive. Okay, let's approve it. Let's see if it works. I bet it's going to find it. Do it. Do it. Oh, snap. Look at that. So approve. Let's see if we just got our first slam dunk of the night. Who thinks we got it? Drop a comment if you think it's going to work. Drop a comment. Hey. Boom. The sentence, CBB Nation is the best, has successfully been added to your Google Doc. But where's Robert at? Robert, we talk about this every day. Sometimes, man, I'm just a little suspicious. I think these LLMs be lying to us. But in this case, I do think it worked. Do we got any guesses? Will it work? I don't know. Cross your fingers. We're going to find out. I'm going to hit the button. This is my final answer. Bam. How do you like that? How do you like me now? I have too much fun. All right, cool. Word bird. So that's all fun and dandy. But can we make it work in CB Bizzle? That will be what we'll try next. And we'll try to like maybe to do a couple of different things with the calendar and with Google Sheets, right, Wendy? That's our favorite one. So what I'll do here, I think, I'm going to come back over here to configure or the connect thing. I'm going to make sure I grab the URL. You could just make life easy and click the button. Okay. Here's the inbox. Now, should we get sidetracked and do an outbound phone call, or should we connect the MCP server? Should probably connect the MCP server, but I want to show this example so you can see how this works because it's kind of fun too. But what we'll do is let's go over to our settings here and let's see what I've connected on this bad boy. Integrations, ChatGPT Dizzle. So I've already got the calendar function here, but then what we call the AI tools now. Told you guys about that for a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And how do you delete an MCP server? Because that's what that was. I'm going to click over here and click delete, just like that. Now I don't have one. So, okay, back over here to settings and refresh. Okay, so this is how you're going to look. It's like when you are connected here. And so that doesn't exist anymore. So I'll hit refresh and then it just will be gone like it never existed. Here's our only tool, which is the default handoff. So what we're going to want to do is create that MCP server. But I'm not going to do you like that and leave you hanging. I do have my own API key hooked up to this account. What you're going to want to do for MCP server work, you'll click on the overflow menu, MCP server, add, and then you're going to add that URL. and it looks funny, but it does indeed have a double MCP ending there. So let's just call this, let's just call it Zap, whatever. And you do have to have authentication here. So it's going to be an access token, an API key. You'll go back over here, and you're going to take the secret and share it with a close friend. Just kidding. Don't share your secrets. Don't share their tokens. That's a joke. We get in trouble for that one. Paste it in there and click continue. And then just like you saw earlier, all of the tools that you can enable or disable are at your disposal. So in some cases, guys, depending on what MCP server you're using, you might not want to provide all of the access, which that is like one of the best benefits of this whole thing, because a lot of platforms or applications out there, they're going to have a ton of options through their API, and some of them you want to block off. And so this is a very, very efficient way to do that. So these are all of the fun things that we could do. And so what I think I'll do here is let's just see how difficult ChatGPT will make it for us. We'll click continue. Zap is there. What I want to do is go to ChatGPT now and just ask, what should I do here? Based on the following tools that we have, give me some fun ideas to showcase on the live that I'm on right now, and don't embarrass me. So there's all the tools. Let's see what it says. AI calendar butler, speak at an event and get it booked. Okay, cool. So that's what we'll do. We'll make a calendar booking, I guess is what we'll do. And Mir had some good stuff that we'll look at. We have a lot of good requests, and Asa's got us organized with some nice little placeholders, so hopefully I'll keep up. Okay, so cool. I think what we will do now is let's go ahead and just try this thing out. Let's click on OpenAI. We're going into settings here and integrations. OpenAI. And you're going to click on the new tool, which is the MCP server. And I guess I could have a prompt here. I'm kind of liking pushing things a little bit to the limits. One thing I will do is I will take away the maximum output, and we're just going to leave it wide open. That's going to be something that you're going to probably want to do as well for this, because you don't necessarily know how long or how big that result is going to be. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't want to have a big token restriction if you're using MCPs. Let's think. We'll say answer questions about Ryan's calendar. Assist in making events on the calendar, as well as creating or editing Google Sheets or documents as needed upon request. So let's run that. Let's see what we can do. Okay, cool. Let's go to flows, and let's hit our welcome message up and click preview. Let's get a big screen view here. Okay, actually what I'll do is I'll make it look like we're starting fresh. So let's just do this here. Let's make it like we're all fresh and clean. Hey, who are you? Let's see if we can do the same exact thing we did on the first deal. So it's telling us what it can all do. Let's look back at our deal here. I said, I need you to write the following sentence. Let's see if we can just say the same exact thing and just make it a hit, Let's say, we'll say CBB Nation is the best that there is and ever will be in the chat game. Let's see what we'll get. All right. So already I think it is going to work. We should get an output response that's like, you're all Gucci, man. Let's see if we get it. Let's see. The sentence has been added. Let's see. Do y'all think it was really added? Do y'all think it worked? We can't be that lucky, can we? Bam, son. Where'd you find this? I found it right here. Boom. How y'all like that? This MCP stuff's easy peasy, isn't it? Kind of easy and fun. Let's see if we can run the same kind of thing with Google Sheets. And I have a document I want to use just for that. Let's see if I can find it really quick here. I'll check the chat, I promise. I think we'll do this, and then we will try that outbound call thing. Okay, cool. I found the sheet that I want. I've not tried this. I'm doing it live. So outbound calls 2025. So here's what we'll do. We'll go back over here. And let's think. I think we should just be able to actually say to do what we want to do. All right. So I'm going to say add a new row for outbound calls 2025. I guess that's what I'll do. And we'll just see if that thing works, man. I think it might. Let's try it. So we need you to add the following information on a new row on our Google Sheets. Named this. For the name Michael Jordan, and the phone number will be 843-505-1657. Part of me wants to check the playground because that's what it's for. But let's live dangerously. Let's just do it. And let's just see if it pops in. That'll be the real fun. It'll either pop in or we'll get an error. Be like, no, we couldn't do that, player. You asked us the wrong way, son. It could say that. I'm curious. I just jinked myself. Let's see. Couldn't find the sheet outbound calls. So let's see what happens when we run it in the playground. The same exact thing. Since I jinxed myself. Outbound call. That should be it, I would think. Let's try it. Where's our playground? Let's try it. Will it work? Okay. Outbound calls. Approve. Will it find it? Oh, look, it's looking like it's going to look for the Google Doc. I wasn't able to find the sheet. I would think we would be able to find the sheet. No, just docs. Okay, so that's what we'll need to do. Let's add sheets. I bet y'all are screaming that at me already. At least I'm making the mistake, so you don't have to. It's part of the plan. Google Sheets. All right, so I believe that's going to work. I knew CBB wouldn't fail me, player. Look up, find, all that, blah, blah, blah. All that's good. Okay, cool. Let's just try it again then. And I'll try it with CBB Bizzle. Let's see. I bet you it'll work this time. What y'all think? Let's see if it will. I jinxed myself again, didn't I? It's possible. It's hunting for it. Couldn't find it. I'm gonna hit the playground again. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if it finds it. It could have taken a second to propagate. Okay, doesn't find it. Let's click save, and we'll say live MCP test, because what this does is going to save the Zapier MCP, I believe. All right. Let's see if we can refresh this mug. And that should refresh the whole thing. Is Zapier still there? I'm going to just send the message the same thing and just see what it does. Since we've got a clear chat now. List tools. Google Sheets. Outbound calls. I would think it's going to find it. Let's see what the chat's doing while this is going. Let's see. Wrong account. It might be. I think you need to select the new sheets. That might be too. That is probably exactly what it is. Y'all are watching. Is each request considered a zap? Yes, I'll bet it. I'm sure the answer there is yes. I'm sure that's a good question, but I would think it's very cheap, man. Like the cost of it might not be like a whole Zap. They have like actions or something now. Let's look back and see if we can figure out if we need to have something special here. Find the worksheet. So this is kind of cool. I hope you can see that. Like it does know this is the Google Sheets. I think what I might want to do, just because I'm superstitious maybe, is reconnect the thing. It is probably that. I would think it's the same thing, but we'll see. All right, cool. I love the way they've done this. It's like you can select something specific. So maybe we want to do that. Let's see. The spreadsheet. Let's select a specific value here. Okay, cool. So outbound. That might be the trick. Set a specific value. Let's have AI decide. That might be fine. That might be okay, I would think. I'm just gonna run it one more time. And then the next thing I'll do is do a calendar deal. Let's run that on the playground. And we got an error there. Let's do this. I think it should work. Let's see. Let's see if it'll find anything this time. This is like, a lot of times you do want to try things in your account. I think it's not going to find the thing. I think I missed a step. This is how I test things a lot of times, just right in the playground, because it's going to be like directly from the source, and you'll know like sometimes in quicker, faster detail what's actually working and what's not. This is obviously not working, I think. I want to switch it up and run this one question by. You guys are going to love this, I think. This is was asked in Discord earlier. And the question was, this is an outbound call question. So this is going to be dependent upon your region, what the laws are. But the guy wanted to, apologies to the guy, I don't remember the name. He says, if I have a bunch of people that are leads that he wants to do an outbound call to, right? That's the idea, that an outbound call for saying, hey, are you interested in this service, right? Whatever his service was. I assumed it was chatbots. And so I've seen another video with another platform do the same sort of deal. They're using Google Sheets and like a bunch of requests. To your point, Greg, it's like the more things that you have in a flow, guys, understand the bigger the possibility is it's going to break. The more nodes you have in a flow, in general, the less agentic it's going to be. And that's kind of the future, in my opinion. So this might look silly, but this is a very powerful little flow, the outbound call flow. And so in this case, I'm using 11 labs. Hopefully that's not my whole key there. Asta, I have to take this one down after we're done. You've got just very simple stuff here, guys. One simple URL. You have to put your 11 labs key here. Okay, and the trick is this body. So what we'll do in this case is it's saying, we've got the custom field for the phone number. This is just what you're required to copy paste, guys. So like you get this from the documentation. We could obviously, you can have the screenshot here if you need to. It's super duper easy, but it has to be in this order. So you don't want to fiddle with it too much if you're not familiar. But in this case, the number needs to be dynamic. And then I've got the first message. So when the person answers the phone, I'll do this call in a second. This is what they'll say. It should know my name in the contacts section. And then I've got the first name again here. And it's basically just saying, hey, are you interested in my thing, right? So we're not going to need to do anything here other than click save. And what I'll do is something I don't show too often, is a broadcast. Now, in my contacts page here, this is me. So if I click, you'll be able to see I've got my phone number here. This is why this will work. But you go to broadcasts. I'll get my phone ready. and you'll click send. In this case, it's omni-channel. I'm not connected to any channel. Continue. And what I will do, because if you do have a lot of contacts and you don't want to call everyone, which you probably don't, you're going to want to segment that audience. And the way we'll do that is just with a quick tag, which I've already applied. It's going to be VIP, I think, or candidate. That's what it was. So you can see there's only one contact here. I'm just showing you how to segment. Bam, click save, and it still says the one. Outbound call is the flow that we're sending. You could schedule that bad boy or just send it. And it should just work. Here, Gucci Man in my headphones. So here's the call that's coming in.
This is a demo of our AI agent.
Can you tell me what you just said?
Sure. I asked if you would be interested in a demo of our AI agent.
Did you know my name?
Yes, I did. I said, hi, Ryan. Quick question. Would you be interested in a
Can you
demo
say
of
that
our
in
AI
a different language like Spanish?
I apologize, Ryan, but I'm only able to communicate in English at this time.
Well, I can change that, dog.
Switch.
And I will show you how to do that, because this is something that also is Freestyle Friday, and people like have this question a lot. So I will show you how to do that. 11 labs here. Hopefully this is the same account. What you'll want to do is you're going to go into your agent. This is actually an old account. Let's sign out of that bad boy and sign in with a good account. 11 labs makes this really easy now. Last year, this was a big deal. So let's look at that. What was the conversation from just now? So here, what I'll do is additional languages. Spanish is what we'll try. So we've got our first language here, and then we've got additional languages. I think there's something else down here that we're going to want to turn on. Let's see. Enable detect language right there. That's perfect. So let's save it. Cool. What I'll do is I'll run it back, and I'm going to see if that worked, because that's a big one. So I'm going to run it back to my broadcast here. Send, continue, send the flow outbound, and I'll just leave the segment blank. Let's just see if we can get it to switch the language.
Would you be interested in a demo of our AI agent?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
I understand you'd prefer to call in. Is there a specific number or department I can direct you to? Or perhaps a website where you...
You must speak in Spanish only, bro.
Entiendo, hermano. Te interesaría una demostración rápida de nuestro agente de IA.
Can you put a little bit more effort into that?
My apologies. I am still under development.
Well, you're going to have to do better Spanish than that, buddy.
I understand. I am still learning.
All right, go ahead and only speak Spanish the rest of the time.
De acuerdo. A partir de ahora, solo hablaré en español. ¿Hay algo en particular sobre nuestro agente de IA que le gustaría saber o alguna pregunta que tenga?
All right, dude. Gracias and peace out, homie.
De nada. Que tenga un buen día.
What'd you say about Wendy? I'm just kidding. Too fun. Yeah, we can do everything. We can't do that. No foul language, Robert. Yeah, we can do all the things, man. Lots of fun things. There's also, I will show you guys this as well. This will be something that I think you'll like. Speaking of that, this is Freestyle Friday. Let's go back over into 11 Labs. And let's click on, where's their MC Pizzles? Okay, check it. So let's try if we can do this. Let's do Reebok, because that's the one I remember off the top of my head every time. And I think it's going to be here. We're going to need to make sure we're on HTTP. And so let's enter that thing. https://reebok.com/API/MCP. And you don't need anything else. No approval needed here. I trust this server. Of course, I am this server. There's no secret. I think this is all we need. Add it, player. Okay. Can we save it? Bam. Okay, cool. So what this should allow for is for like when we ask about shoes, this should pull from Reebok MCP server. So let's go back into CBB Bizzle. Let's make another outbound here. Continue. Outbound. Let's send that sucker. Okay, so.
A question.
Hey, man, I don't got time for all that. Listen, dude, I'm just out here trying to find some shoes. Can you please tell me what you have available in size 11?
Hey, Ryan, I can totally help with that. But before we dive into shoe sizes, would you be open to exploring how our AI...
No, bro. I need you to check on the Reebok size 11.
Got it, Ryan. I can definitely help you check on Reebok size 11 shoes. Just to clarify, are you looking for a specific type of Reebok shoe, or would you like me to check all available Reebok shoes in size 11?
I want the best one you've got. Just pick one.
All right, Ryan. I can pick one for you. What do you mean by the best one? Looking for something that's top-rated, a specific style like running or basketball?
Let's discuss bots first. I should probably adjust that prompt because it's being sent back and forth. Let's do that really quickly. So you've got the Reebok here. Let's see, and it should show our tools available. Look, so there's the tool. See, search for products, right? Shopify tool, blah blah blah. We got all the things. Let's do this. Let's say, is this the prompt? That's the first message. System prompt. Okay, cool. So what I'll do is I'll say, be sure you use the Reebok MCP server to provide accurate names of shoes along with accurate prices. That should be all we need to do. Yeah. Let me refresh this mug. Spanish. Oh, that's fine. Oh, Reebok. All right. Last time. I wonder if I can just call that thing in. An inbound call. Will that work? Let's see.
Welcome. Here's a beautiful...
Hey, man. Hey, can you hear what I'm saying?
Welcome image.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Listen, man, I need to know what you have available as far as shoes for men size 11.
Okay, I can help with that. Just to confirm, you're looking for men's shoes in size 11. Is there anything else I should know, like a particular style, color, or price range you're interested in?
No, just give me the shoe.
Okay, I will search for men's shoes in size 11. I am sorry, I was unable to return search results. Please try again.
Well, maybe you're not so great after all, are you?
I apologize that I couldn't find what you were looking for.
Yeah. Louis still had to show him how it works. We were on a call early today and looking at some fun things here and there, and I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a different. Oh, I remember it was an old baby a baby brand for dads for bags. Oh, shut up. Okay, so that is fun stuff. Let's look and see what we've got over here. Yeah, man, you should know I have smelly points. Can 11 Labs send a text link now? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. You know, they might have text messaging, maybe. I don't know. I have to watch 11 Labs, man. I'm telling you, they got like $180 million this year. Like, that's not even a stretch. $180 million in funding. I wouldn't be surprised. I've been telling a lot of people I talk with a lot. I think what they're doing is very, very. I don't want to say futuristic, but like this is where it's heading. I think where it is, you're essentially enabled to say, "Go, agent. Here's your job. Go." Whether that's an inbound call or an outbound call. So I think that's really interesting, and you can you've got a cool little way to look at the conversation, how long it's been, how many messages are going back and forth, and a little summary. And so this is saying, look, the guy was looking for size 11 shoes, which is interesting. Then I said the user expressed dissatisfaction. That's hilarious. You can collect information. What is that? You can use it's not custom fields they have. What is it that they've got? They call it analysis here, data collection. So get user data is totally way more gangster than this, in my opinion, but you can save different data here. So like if a number is something and it was like, maybe it was number of tickets, right? Number of tickets. And I wanted to save this in a custom field. It'd be something like this. Add item, and we need to describe it. This is the number of total tickets that someone purchases or confirms that they want. Save. So in the conversation, if I mentioned tickets, then essentially this would save, and then you could have that passed back into CBB with a webhook, usually from Zapier or Make. I did Make last live. Do I have to build a server? No. So this is a great one. So we're going to go back to the old school here. Let me get a good Google Sheet. This will like make it really easy for everyone to be like, I see. And Charles, this will also, hopefully you can see that. Hopefully this will answer two things at once. We'll use an MCP to, we can kind of make our own MCP in the prompt, basically. We'll use that JSON flow. Let's make sure these images are going to be okay. Cool. All right, so here's what we'll do. This will be gangster, y'all. This will be worth anyone that's watching right now. Like, they're saying, what am I doing here? This will make it worth it. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and we'll just keep it working in this account. Let's go to settings. Well, you know what we should do? Let's go into ChatGPT Tizzle. I'm going to make it do some work for me, I think. We can go here and drop this in first. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to say products. So this is all that entire Google Sheet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to prompt the homie, ChatGPT Tizzle, the JSON flow I want to like make it just work. That's what I want to do. Let me find my schema. Let's see here. Let's use this one. Yeah, let's use this one. So we don't necessarily want to tag anybody. Mixed media is the one we want. This should be fine. Yeah, this is the one. All right, so here's what we'll do. This is our products here from that Google Sheet. And this is going to be the prompt that we use. And so what I think I'll do is I'll make the example with like some of this actual deal here. Let's see if ChatGPT will handle this request. I'm going to like stretch it a little bit. Where is my ChatGPT Tizzle? Let's use 04 for this bad boy, or 03. Keep my strict JSON structure exactly as I've provided, aside from the actual examples, and instead parse them from the Google Sheets data that I provided below and rewrite the following. How do you like that one? That one's going to work. Boom. So I just dropped in a few things, and instead of it being like related to like, you know, oils or like shipping products, it should just be what I want it to be is related to the restaurant menu stuff. So we should see like food related things. All right, y'all ready for GPT-5 out there? I dropped a screenshot of what someone leaked today, what they claim it'll be next month. I figure 2 weeks away now, tops. They'll drop something unless, safety or something. Some excuse. So cool. They have the Parmesan Chris. This is exactly what I wanted to have. All right, bet. So let's copy that. I just got the format that I wanted. And so I'm going to just trade this guy from here to here. Ooh. And this is one thing you're going to want to do. These extra characters you're going to want to remove, as well as here. You don't want these things. These extra characters will totally mess you up. All right, so that is all I want to do. Maybe I'll leave the Zap thing on for now. And let's do it. Let's see if we can make it work. I think we can. Here's what I'll do. Yeah, it looks okay to me. Looks okay to me. Let's try it out. Continue. And we're on that outbound. Let's look at the menu that I just ganked. Let's see what's going to have a picture. Let's try this one. Outbound. I'm just going to be like, hey, you there? This should already come back with some quick replies. Okay. How can I assist you further? I'm going to say, show me some photos of this thing. Let's see if we get it. Come on, baby. Give me the photos, dog. And of course, that photo is going to be one that's dead. Is it working? No, not found. Dag nabbit. That one's not going to kill us. Okay, great. Let's try it. Let's say, thank you. Now can we see photos of chips and dip? Hopefully that'll be easy to find. It just so happened I chose the item that had no like real photo. This one should be real. Real deal Holyfield. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. I don't think there's anything else, is there? Okay, so house-made chips, chips and dip, classic chips. This one we would want to have in a rectangle. Let's see if we can't prompt that bad boy to be like that. I think we could just actually remove something in my prompt and it'll be a rectangle, which will look nicer. Let's see if I've got that instruction in there. Each card, one button. You don't need this guy in here. We should be able to just prompt the okay, so yeah, there it is, square right there. So let's just, to be safe, and I don't want to mess up any part of this example. This is how I would recommend you do it too. Okay, I'm just gonna be like, that was perfect, but we don't want the square ratio anymore. Please fix that part and return it. That should do it for us. Should return just the JSON. The user has to remove the square. Yep. That's going to be perfect. Copy. Let's throw it back. Schema bots, JSON bots. All right, cool. Let's see if we can make that how we want it. Continue. Let's do the same thing. Let's find a new dish. Well, let's just ask for the same thing so we could just see it work. If it will not retain the last piece of the conversation, it should just like hit for us. See if it does. I think Kim had a good question too. This same thing can be done. There it is, baby. The same thing can be done, guys, in an agent. So like, copy. You take this and run over to my agents tab. And this could be, Alan, the agent, whatever you want to call him. And I could just go, shoom, just like that. The whole thing. Save. And it should be exactly the same scenario here. All I would need to do is go to agents here. Click on old Alan. What up, Alan? All right. Let's ask for another food item here. Let's see. Will this one work? What is this? It's a nasty menu. And we'll do a calendar, and then I think we'll be Gucci for the night. Okay, let's just do whatever that is. This is called the wings. Cool. So let's run back over here. All right, that looks good, but I want to see this dish now. And so this is like the same exact idea, Charles, by the way, as an MCP server. We're just doing our own thing, man. That's really the only difference. We're just throwing everything in the prompt. The power's in the prompt, baby. Look how good. Oh, I'm right in the middle of the thing. Idiot Ryan. Stupid Ryan. It looks good, right? I got my quick replies. All the fun things. So you don't have to build your own server. You can prompt it. Sorry, I was totally in the way the whole time. My bad, y'all. So yeah, the calendar now. We'll want to do something with the, or we haven't done anything with sheets, or have we? The sheets is what we tried and it didn't work. It worked perfectly with this thing. Let's see if we can't do something with the calendar. So I'm going to go back first to the prompt. And let's just make freshen. And let's just say, let's just try it. Zapier is still there. I'm going to say, tell me what is on my schedule next if it's currently Friday, July 25th, 2025. So it's going to hit Zapier. You know, the one thing, you know what I think? We're going to have to add the thing again. I think we're going to add Zapier again. Because I remember it did have the Zapier logo there. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I am going to use this correct URL. Drop it like it's hot. Or I don't need the URL here. I'm not going to drop it like it's hot. I'm going to grab the copy, the secret. Then I'll drop it like it's hot. Boom. Connect. All right, cool. Add. All right. CSC Zapier here now. So let's stop it. Let's send the thing again. I bet you it'll work. I'll bet you. Nope. Hello. Let's refresh this guy again. It's not liking me right now. I'm going to add old Zapier again. Copy that bad boy. Drop it here. Connect. Show us all of our connections, buddy. Here's all the connections. That's good. Add. All right, cool. Hello. Answer me that. Tell me what the next event on my calendar is if today is Friday, July 25th, 2025. So it checked the tools, but it just gave you a response. Now it's running the calendar. Let's approve. Let's see if it finds anything. Let's see if it finds an event. Looks like there's no events. Okay. Okay, we'll create an event for today at 10:30 called It's a Wrap on my calendar. Look at that. So that worked perfectly. Approve. Let's see if it'll bump through. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. The event, It's a Wrap, has been created on your calendar. Dun, 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 dun. You can view it here. Will it let me? Really? Is that real? Look at that. It's a wrap, playa. Okay, 11:30 a.m. is what it did. So that is incorrect. It's a Wrap was perfect. It was 11:30. It should have been 10:30 p.m. You have to be specific. I've just understood this as well. You have to, like, these LLMs don't know the time out of the box. Okay, we're lucky because we have that field for, you know, your user, the current user time. But so that worked. We'd be able to do the same thing as long as our Zap is still enabled. Here. Let's check it really quick to make sure I'm not tripping on that. We should be able to see the tools. I'm going to pop this in again. Calendar updates. Yeah, so all that's the same. Let me bump that again. Continue. Cool. So in Outbound, I should be able to say the exact same phrase basically. And see, I didn't say it was 10:30. So it did what I was like wanting it to do in a way. But what I'll do is I'll say, where's my deal here? I'm going to say create an event for today at 10:30. Because it didn't include the time, I'm just going to tell it. I'm going to say, and it's currently 10:30 p.m. on July 25th, 2025. And we'll say at 11 p.m. This is for me, or she had this question. If you could use it like a personal assistant type deal. And I'm gonna say yes. If there's an issue, please try again. Check your calendar permissions. I might have to bump it in again, but you guys see what's working. Where our calendar? I didn't think it was gonna actually open up my calendar like it did. Where'd we go? Call, get ready. Gucci, get. These are my tests from earlier. But that's us. It's a wrap, and that's kind of what it is right now. I think you guys get it. You're gonna really just have to play. But what I will say is the very best way to do it is to do it just like you're gonna go boom. Once you're connecting things on the playground and CBB, you can take the same messages and essentially they should, for the most part, be exactly the same. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll test here. Like last week, I remember we had reports on an error for Mini. I just want to see, is Mini even doing anything right now? And I'm sure it is, obviously. But like for many hours, Mini was down. Or not Mini. Yeah, Mini. This one. Let's see if it's still good. Hi. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be fine. But it was just like, it was like model doesn't exist. And if you don't believe me, check our Twitter. Screenshot of that thing. Or tagged OpenAI. I was like, yo, your API status doesn't say it's down, but I promise you it's down. It says it doesn't exist. I do think this is I think this is a bug on the playground side. Previously, we saw the Zapier logo. And then now it's just an MCP generic logo, and then it like times out. You're going to be much more frustrated if you're testing things like this that are essentially still experimental on a platform, even outside of CBB, because you're not going to necessarily know what's going on or what the problem is. Here, it's obvious it's timing out. When I remove that, it'll be fine. Watch. I'll remove this dude. I'll just say hi again and watch how fast it'll respond. And I'll use the same thing. Mini should be fine. Perfect, right? So that's something to take into consideration when you're using the Zapier, branded deal. It's obvious to me that if you refresh, even though it's visually still there, it's not working. What is Asta saying? Asta, you're our early warning system for GPT-5. Yeah, he's in the future. If we used a mixed media schema and things worked, and then we decided to add a collect, contact, or book appointment, do we have to go in and rewrite the entire prompt? Not only that, but you got to do all this other stuff. No, I'm just playing. The easiest thing to do is to actually use a function for this. This is a great question. So what I would do is I would focus on this, Kim. This is going to be the way of the future. Like, I know that some of you guys are going to have long, big flows because you kind of have to for whatever reason. There's no reason to like beat yourself up about it if you have to have a bigger flow. In general, like if you want to be a professional like gangster in this game of AI business communication, you're going to want to have things tight and easy to explain, easy to walk through. And so like I encourage you to try. Like this is the ideal, to have a single block, a single action, the less things going on, the better. But in your case, you would have your JSON structure, and that function would be the thing that triggers a flow, which you did perfectly on the last office hours. So obviously, by the way, it was so perfect. We blinked and we missed it. Remember? But like that would be the easiest way to handle that. So in your case, it would be let's just do an example. Let's call it get user data. Okay, and so let's do this. We'll say get user data, and let's see what she's saying. Or an appointment. Is it true that your name in the streets is Chatbot King? Okay, so this will be the thing that we're gonna know if the function worked. CB King. Okay. And I'll just be like, here's your GIF. Let's find a king GIF to end on, or a mic drop. To Dave Chappelle. Perfect. Get user data. So what we'll do is we'll say settings, integrations. You have to roll the R. It will not work. Kidding. And we'll go to functions. And let's say, what do we want to call this one? Let's just say Chatbot King. Chatbot King. I almost want to say acknowledgement. Title. Okay. Allows the user to confirm that they are the Chatbot King. Allows the user to confirm that they're the Chatbot King. That's hilarious to me. And we'll just use the get user data flow. So basically what should happen if this works is I'm going to just like be having the conversation, and I'm just going to be like, yo, I'm the Chatbot King. You found me. And then it should send the flow, get user data, which is going to ask me the thing. I'm going to say whatever. And then it should tell us Dave Chappelle GIF. Let's go to integrations and OpenAI. Chatbot King. So keep in mind for now, this is how we have it. This indeed is still your MCP that has all the Google Calendar, Drive, whatever we added at the time. And this is the function. Okay. So, and we're on Alan Agent. All right. So let's click continue. Let's go over to Alan here. What up, Alan, the agent? I'm going to add a little function here. Let's go do it like this. And we'll say, send the get user data flow if they confirm that they are the Chatbot King. Send the. I think that should be straight. All right. So let's see if we can't get a one last mic drop here. Make sure I'm all hunky dory there. All good there. All right. So, hey, are you still there? We should be getting our dynamic responses. How are you doing? I want to see those dynamic responses now. Oh, Wendy's calling me. Uh-oh. What's she saying? Kind of covering the oh, that's what it is. I'm covering the message. Sorry. I'm sure that's what she was calling about. Can we recap on the basics? Explain, remember the conversation. What if I have a chain of AI nodes? So yeah, the conversation, just to like say squirrel, that's a good question. And my OG, I'm definitely gonna stop some fun real quick and answer that. Watch this. This will kind of show you what the conversation history does. Hey, I want you to remember everything that I say and repeat it back when I tell you to, okay? No, thank you, Wendy. Got it. I remember everything. My favorite food is pizza. Maybe it's going to try to like send some Pete. Okay, cool. I've noted your favorite Pete. Okay. What's my favorite food? Should say pizza, obviously. Your favorite food is pizza. So why did I do that? In this case, in the inbox, you can actually send a flow. We already have one built for you. History, what do we call it? This might be an old account. Clear the AI conversation. So the conversation history, the context. If you guys hear of context engineering, by the way, this new buzz term, all of you guys that have been with us for over a year are context engineering masters. But the context is actually each time you send a message and the bot returns a message, this is context, and it becomes part of your prompt and is returned when you're having that conversation, when you have it available. Like, we give you the option, conversation history on, off. By default, it's on because that's generally a better experience. But whenever I send the clear AI conversation flow, when I send that, there's no indication here that it's sent at all, but it has been. If I click on view executed actions, I should see that. I sent the flow. You see that? And so when I come over here, I'm going to ask them, if you're my friend, you'll remember my favorite food. Tell me what it is and don't lie to me. That way it's serious. It's not going to know what the food is. It's going to be like, what is he talking about, the stupid humans? What does that say, Dimitri Cuzzo? What does it say, man? I don't even have record of your favorite food, dude. Hey, but look at him lying to us. You like that? So that's what that does. And how do you make that work outside of the inbox? Because that would be probably your next question. In this case, if there was a part of your default reply, for example, in this case, the easy way to, like, if you don't want the conversation to be remembered, you would go to your advanced mode and you just turn this thing to off. And it'll be a new like conversation every time. Sometimes that's needed and beneficial, but the use cases would be like very unique for the most part. So I'm not going to save that. But the other thing that you would potentially be able to do is, here's like a good example. Like, you could have a condition. I don't know what the condition is going to necessarily be, but to make it easy, let's just do email, just to show you like what's possible. If the email has any value, for example, maybe we'll go like this. We'll do it like this. You go in here, and if it doesn't, what we'll do is we'll do the action of OpenAI, not generate text. Probably the least used OpenAI action that there is, delete message history. And we'll just like be like, I don't know nothing. It's all right. I just got flashed by the Men in Black pen. I lost my memory. Because that's basically what will happen. Right? So in this case, like your example that I'm giving you is, I guess we wouldn't need this block. But what we would be doing is we would treat people differently by the value of their email, if there is any value or not, just to segregate things here. This is your default reply. It's generating the response. So the person sent a message, which I'll explain. This is a really good basic thing to really understand well, that a lot of people don't. This is your business information or your prompt. This is basically the brain of ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. This is the brain. So whenever I say, always respond like Snoop Dogg, no matter what, that is the only thing in the thing's brain, and everything else is just vanilla ChatGPT. The user message is the message that comes from your contact. So the contact sends a message. That is the user message here, and this is the last input. This is always coming from the user, but you don't have to necessarily depend on the user's message. You could also say, no matter what, only respond with the sentence, Ryan is awesome. And so this is the user message, but I'm in full control of it. So instead of it being dynamic with last input, that generally is going to come from the contact that's talking to your agent, you have full control over that field. So you can make it do whatever you want. Let's click save. I'll just show you like what that kind of looks like. In this case, it's not going to have my email. So we should get a funny response. Sorry, I just got flashed by the Men in Black pen. That's too funny. The email didn't have value. So let's switch it. We'll say the email has no value. All right. So you can see the difference. We could just hit preview again. And it should say Ryan's awesome. Look, you see how that worked? Oops. Even though, like, if I made that my default reply, no matter what the user sent, it would repeat only what I just said. So, like, that what's important to like understand here, guys, is this, you could have the best prompt in the world, but like the user message, what you're telling the brain of your bot to do, this is what is important. In general, it's just, you don't have to mess with it. It's just whatever the user says, but you have full control of this. And it's very powerful if you do. So hopefully that answered your question there. If I have a router bot, they don't need to remember the conversation. If I have router bots next, they don't need to remember the conversation. That's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. The one thing that I will say is if you do want them to retain context and you're using different vendors, so that means you're using like Grok, Gemini, and OpenAI, for example. If you're using an orchestrator bot, that's like, here's a good example of how that will work. Okay, like here's GPT-5. Let's make GPT-5. Let's just do it. GPT-5. This would be our default reply. And so what we would do here is I would use generally probably the smallest model. It's the cheapest one, whatever. And be like, you are GPT-5. You are an assistant and you are GPT-5, period. You have one goal, and that goal is to output a number that is 1 to 5, dependent upon how difficult the question is. 1 is very easy and 5 is very difficult. It must be a digit only. Like, and I will make that a little bit stronger. Where's our little dude here? Write this instruction for my agent, Mo Beta, and then give some user and assistant examples where the assistant output is only the digit. Beta. All right. And then I'll just drop this in here. This would be my orchestrator agent, my router, orchestrator, router, Ralph the router, you decide. Okay, so I'm going to just be like, make it like this. User. I think it should know. It's probably going to give a bunch of X's, taking my pattern into consideration. Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect, dog. Good job, 03. Oh, Thrizzle. All right, so it would be just like this. Refined instructions. You don't need that part. You are GPT-5, son. So it's taking the last message from the user, the contact that's sending a message. It's sending the message. Okay, and so we already have such a good pattern here and good instructions that it's not going to fail. It'll output the number that we want if we save it correctly. So let's say grade is something you could call it. And what I would do, because I like to see what it's doing, is I'm going to do like grade. I'll use static and the custom field in the same response, so I can see, okay, this is for sure the response I expect versus anything else. So you'll have the grade, then you'll look, we'll go condition. We'll do it like this. We'll say grade, add our condition. Grade is, and we'll call this one a 1. And you do this all the way down. Make a new condition. Grade is a 2. And so on and so forth, right? And then you'd be able to have your next agent. So like, let's just call this, agent 1 or this be agent 2. Just call this agent 1, whatever. Sales agent. Okay, there's an idea. Sales agent, and then this will be the sales manager, because this is a more difficult question. So this one's going to the agent, this one's going to the manager, and you just imagine the other 3 that belong, and then you would just pop in your action, OpenAI, and then here's your agents here. In this case, we just have Alan. Just Alan. And so what we would do here, you'd have your response, I guess, but like the thing I want to see is like the grade itself, So let's do that. I'll remove this guy so I don't confuse people. We'll just see this part, but I think you kind of get it. I'm going to hit publish, and let's do this. What we could actually do is run it through the inbox, I think. So we'll go inbox, and let's send it. Send flow, GPT-5 flow. This should just tell us the number. Ryan is awesome. There's one thing I need to change then. All right, so the last input, grade, we're looking for this to just be a number. I'll just run it like that. Here's something we could do. I don't want to get too crazy. I wanted to just run it. Can we just see it like this? I'm just going to repeat it back. Hey there. Hey there. What are we going to get? Gave us some stuff there. Hopefully she's still here, Kim. I know that was something that you asked. So this is our Alan agent, and that's who's running the show right now. So you could have all sorts of agents with the JSON format running all over the place, which is kind of what I was trying to show Dimitri and thinking of Kim at the same time. This is how you would do it. Your agents would just be here. Hopefully that helps. So why did the quick replies go away for a few chats then? That's such a good question, Kim. It rolls into exactly what we just talked about with the conversation history. What happened there is the conversation history that gets spun back in to help generate your response had messages that we were running from other flows that didn't have them incorporated because we were just testing things. And so that would be my most likely guess. It was just a part of, let's see if we can like force it. Let's see if we can like force what I'm trying to explain. Which might be a better way to do it. In this case, this was the last thing that we had there. So let's do this. We're going to say, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And like the goal here is we'll still see it's dynamic. Like some stupid thing going on because I was being silly. Is what that was. Let's look at our deal here. We've got the Chatbot King title. That's what it was, I think we've got going on. Let's remove those functions so we get a real response. Yo. Chatbot King. What is going on there? Sometimes, man. So let's try this again here. I might just have something funky going on there. What is the actual prompt? We'll leave it like it is here. Well, we want to test the agent is the whole point. So sorry about that. Look at the agent at what we're doing. on this side here. Let's see, because I don't even remember what I put in the prompt is the issue. Send us the, let's remove that part because that was like too strong, I guess. Let's say, hey. Now it's going to give us a good response. All right, cool. So I'm going to say, who are you? And we'll see if the response continues to be dynamic, because that's what we're, Ryan is awesome. Why does this keep on? Let's just delete this contact. Too annoying. Too annoying. That's what I get for playing too much. Let's get back to the welcome message here. Refresh and clean now. And it gives a regular welcome. Hey, show us some food. Do we have that in there? Show us some food. We should get a card, button, and quick replies. Okay, cool. So then I'll say thank you. Get another dynamic reply. Cool. So then I'm going to just send a generic message, and it's going to like essentially contaminate. That's a good word for it. Static. What I'll do is I'll be like, hey dude, boring. And so I'll go into the inbox and I'll send that flow. Static, son. So it's going through, this is an old one here. Where's Ryan is boring. That's like the most recent message. Why you say that? And I think this could, let's see. So you see, so like what it was doing, Kim, there, previously it was responding, even though I didn't ask for the second like thing. It gave me the food stuff because I asked it first. It's trying to guess what you want. I'm just be like, stop. Don't. Why? Like, here's a way to like prove that. Okay, enough with all the words. I only want you to respond in only the word I understand. Do you understand me? Nothing else. Just confuse the crap out of GPT-5. I understand. You see what it's trying to do? I'm just kidding. I need all my options back. Please give me an expansive answer to help guide me along the conversation. And I like emojis in my quick replies. Let's see if that works. This is where that prompt engineering, son, that comes in, son, and it's going to work, baby. Give me all the quick replies. For me and Kim. Bam. Just like that. Bang, bang. And I got her some nachos. I hope that works. So you could use power in the prompt, baby. What's this say? So you could use chat summary to update prompts to make bots smarter, like these gurus keep banging about. So here's the best thing I'll say about that. And yeah, these people that claim that, they don't have enough experience in most cases in the real world. Okay, it's when you're in the playground, and that's where you listen, guys. Truthfully, y'all need to hear this. We started off in the playground from OpenAI, right? You guys remember that? Here's the thing: most people that are on these Twitters and on these Twitters, most of these people that are claiming this and that and the third, that's where they live. We play in the playground. Okay, understand this. So many of the loudmouth people that want to be heard, they live in the playground, son. They don't have anything in the wild. They don't understand. Everything that people are learning about now, we've been on forever at this point. Okay, so the problem with the current structure, in my opinion, is something that I've seen in the wild, because I've already made the mistake in 2023. And here's what it is. And it's like embarrassing at this point, right? But we originally wrote the prompt, very dynamic, cuffs all over the place, son. One of the things that we wanted to do is a little of that self-improvement. So eventually the conversations are being had. You know, a couple hundred a day in the early days was blowing our minds, but this is a thing that we would see. And I would read everything. And I noticed that, like, over time, the prompt, because it was dynamic, understood that people were asking for videos. Probably from your questions, Mir, when you're asking for YouTube videos, and then you're sent a message that says, oops, we don't have this video, sorry. Would you want to use the documentation link? Well, over time, maybe in that same session from the same user or down the road, depending on how like hardcore and dynamic your prompt really is, the bot said, oh, you know what? The last conversation, they wanted a YouTube link. And I said we didn't have one, which is not a good user experience. So from now on, when we are asked for a YouTube tutorial link, we're going to daggone send one, son. That's what happens. Okay, granted, this could be GPT 3.5, 16K. Shout out for the OGs that even know what that means. Okay, it feels like a lifetime ago. It wasn't the smartest, but it was still very smart. Guys, at the LLM game, I don't know how much smarter they're going to be. But anyways, it's going to be a lot of your prompt. It said, okay, here's fake YouTube links. Okay, so like if users didn't say like, yo, that link didn't work, it's thinking to itself, great, we weren't including links to YouTube because we didn't have any, or we didn't have this specific YouTube tutorial link. So I said I didn't have it. The next conversation happens. I'm going to self-improve and be like, oh, because I didn't include that link previously, now I'm going to give them a YouTube link in a button, make it gangster. Let alone it's not the actual real link. It might not even exist. And so if there's no human in the loop ever, then this is something that like where your prompt might have been 99% perfect after you were watching it for a week. If you kept that looping self-improvement without your own verification, without your own checks, that 1% question that you're off on now is a bigger problem because it's self-improving on falsehoods. So like if it thinks, great, we're now including links, this didn't get bad feedback or good feedback, but we understood we made an improvement, maybe we should include a bunch of links. This would basically be where it goes. I hope that makes sense. So all of this self-improvement stuff, what I will say is, if it was a really gangster at self-improving, it would all be over because it would be so fast improving by itself. We're not even like needed to think anymore. We ain't there yet. People are going to be important, but not everyone is going to be equally important in the AI game. That's why it's important to be fast. That's why it's important to actually give a crap. That's why it is important to learn what an external request is, how this MCP stuff works. How do I test something at 3 a.m. whenever, some of the Discord is asleep, not us because he's in the future. You're going to go straight to the source is what I recommend. Whatever LLM you're using, they have a playground. If you can get it to work in the playground, you can get it to work in CB Bizzle way more better. And that's kind of where I'll leave it off there. My man here. The most efficient JSON schema structure you've seen that allows live API integration, real-time updates. So this would be a combination. Here's where we've got the secret superpower, guys. The dynamic JSON agents, they're balling. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. But don't count out. Where's my prompt chain? You have a prompt chain. Don't count out the functions. Okay. So in your prompt, because we have the ability to run functions, you can run those 1 to 2 block flows. So for example, if I wanted to run the search GPT flow until we release, I'm hoping it'll be very, very soon. I keep pushing it. It's not perfect yet. The native web search, for example. So you search GPT, which is its own flow, which is user input and an external request to whatever the domain needs to be. That is a simple flow. So you have your gangster prompt and you're using a function that says, hey, I want to search the web for XYZ. Okay, you're not going to get a regular response. I'm calling that function. And that mapping between a default reply or an MCP reply or a function like we're talking about here, that is what makes CBB so powerful. The flow builder is gangster, y'all. That's a great question. Yes, you are the queen. We are the king. We are all the kings and queens of this thing. Yeah, dude. Sometimes when you're really close to like hitting whatever your goal is for the day, the time goes by, for me at least, it goes by so fast. So an hour and 30 minutes. I know I didn't plan to, like, keep y'all on so long. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, that you all that have. Time just goes by so fast when you're doing this stuff. I hope this was fun. I hope this was helpful. Thank y'all so much for hanging out as usual. I miss my Freestyle Fridays. I'll have to drop the Suno song so y'all can hear it in Discord. You're welcome, dude. I'm so glad that hopefully I can help you. You're one of the OGs. I hope that the people that really know, I hope that you guys like just know without even a doubt that there's not another software company on the face of the land that's going to actually lose sleep if we know that something is not perfect in your bots, or like you're struggling in any sort of way. And there's no company that's going to love to see you win like we do, man. I know that's probably not something that you hear all the time, but it's the truth. We're just different, and you guys are what makes us awesome. And we love y'all so much. Jeff in the house, what up? Claudia, thank you for hanging out. And hey, y'all have a good day. I'll see you on Discord and Facebook. Peace. Yeah, that was awesome.